Okay, unfortunately I didn't have the camera on. You go ahead and do what I said, but I'll just summarize it again. So there's too much stuff on here. I'd like to, wanted to write more of this out on camera. We got this function, finding fx and fy, fx meaning partial with respect to x, fy meaning partial with respect to y, at the point 3,5. So we could easily represent this situation as in terms of a parallel, something like a parallelepiped. So here's a point 3,5. Here's the point 3,5 plus delta y. Here's the point 3 plus delta x, y. Point 3 plus delta x, y plus delta y, which we aren't even going to use. But it's important later, so we're going to draw it. Okay? So we have that. Now, I redraw the picture over here. And I'm going to drop the 3,5 for the moment and just use x and y because actually it's easier to do this with symbols than to keep doing all the arithmetic. Okay? So, this is implicitly our point 3,5, but I'll call it our point xy. And this is 2 square root of xy. This is 2 square root of x times y plus delta y, because of course the coordinates of this point are, in this case I labeled it 3, 5 plus delta y. But using x for 3 and y for 5, this is what I get. And then we have the altitude corresponding to this point and the altitude corresponding to this point. And we draw the parallelepiped. And then we take this face here and we represent what the function is doing on this little segment of the intersection of the f of xy graph with the plane x equals x naught. And just relabeling, or just redrawing this trapezoid here basically, we get this, and here's the slope. The rise is this minus this, here it is. The run is delta y. So our fy of xy is limit as delta y goes to 0 of that slope. Now at any point I could plug in 3 for x and 5 for y and answer the specific question, but I recommend that we just leave it as x and y until we do the algebra so we see how everything relates. And then at the end we're going to plug in the 3 and the 5. Okay? So, now what I've asked you to do is do the same thing to show me what fx is. So that's going to correspond to this face over here, face that's kind of on the left. So you just draw the same thing for this face, label it, label the slope, put it down here, okay?